For Your Money is brought to you by NelsonCorp Wealth Management.
It's now time for Your Money. We're joined by David Nelson, CEO of NelsonCorp Wealth Management. Welcome back, David.
Thank you, Brandy. Appreciate it.
The topic of inflation really seems to be a key theme in 2021. Wrapped up with that are commodity prices. What is the latest data telling us there?
Well, I don't think there's any question as far as when we look at commodity prices, they're painting the same picture that we're hearing about inflation. For quite some time, the experts have been telling us that that's transitory, fancy way of saying it's not going to last that long. But as people realize, when you go to the pump and you see as far as energy prices, you look at ag prices, you look at lumber prices, metals, etc. You know, they're moving at a very, very quick pace. The key is, I guess, what we want to know is why. And why, I think, comes down to supply and demand. This year, the shortages that we've seen as far as in pretty much every place that you look really are telling a story of that people have been frustrated and want to get out and they want to spend money. Now, in the commodity space, ratcheting things up as far as for new production, let's say of whether it be some type of metal or whatever, we're going to suck something out of the ground, or whether it be energy, that takes years as far as for that stuff to come together. Subsequently, we have this inflation problem that we're dealing with today.
With things up so much in a short period, what do you think that means going forward?
Well, I brought a chart I think that will again give people a feel as far as over the midterm and the long term. What this chart is showing is two different panes here. The top is showing the actual performance of the commodity space. And I don't know if people can tell here, but if you look at the far left and you look at the far right, this is over a 20-year period of time. And basically, we're back almost to the penny where we were 20 years ago. So that's the top pane. The bottom pane is taking a little different approach. And what it's showing is where are we relative to the all-time high? And the number that we have down there, it's kind of small, but it's showing a 55%. We're below the all-time high as far as in commodities.
So how should viewers be thinking about this as it relates to their investments?
I think the big thing is to pay attention to the chart we just looked at, and that's the trend. And in the space that we're talking as far as commodities, these typically are not short-term trends. They're typically going to be more midterm or long-term type trends. And clearly the trend in the short term is up. Again, it could turn on a dime, but the bottom line is it's trending up. So remember, as far as stocks are at all-time high, commodities are roughly 50% of where they were at the all-time high. This is maybe an opportunity for people to consider out there.
David, as always, thanks for your time today.
Thank you.
If you missed any of our discussion, we'll make it available for you on ourquadcities.com.